Podcast City Network.
This is Brad Chandler, and you're listening to The Brad Chandler Show.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Brad Chandler Show. With me on this episode, I have Ed and Andy of Light the Lamp from Pennsylvania, a hockey punk band. How are you guys doing? I think you guys have yourself muted. You there? What would an episode be without some kind of technical difficulty? Just had you guys before the show started. Oh, we'll get this figured out. In the meantime, guys, I'm not hearing you. Why don't you go ahead and exit out and then join the room again? Hey, I can hear you.
What?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Holy shit.
Sorry about that. It's all good, dude. It's all good. Hey, you won't believe it. One of my first episodes, I actually kicked the power out of my computer. So, like, I wasn't even on while the my guest was just talking.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
so, technical difficulties tend to happen. So, welcome to the shows, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming on. And how you guys doing?
Doing great. Yeah, feeling pretty good.
Yeah. Getting warm down there?
Yeah. Working
a little bit.
Yeah, it's still early for a Saturday, but I mean, eventually.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 60-something degrees in the next coming days up here. So, a little bit about how I found you guys. I started my Twitter page a few months ago, and I just started reaching out to bands through Twitter. I came across your page. I was like, what is this? What's Light the Lamp? I took a look at it. You guys had a song called Bring Back the Whale. Now, I'm from Connecticut. I'm literally about 15, 20 minutes away from Hartford. I've lived in Connecticut most of my life, and I actually used to listen to the Hartford Whalers on my radio when I was younger.
Awesome.
And when I heard this, I saw the Bring Back the Whale thing, I was like, there's no way this is about the Whalers. And then I listened to it, and yep, every single bit of it is about the Whalers, the Hurricanes, and everything that had to do with that team. So, good song. We'll be listening to that a little bit later at the end of the episode. Like I told you guys beforehand, I have a little surprise for you. But I want to know, when did you guys decide that you wanted to start a hockey punk band?
I'll leave this one on you.
It was about 2018. My best friend Jeremy is the other guitar player. He and I were talking about starting something for years. You know, we just never. I had always been in other bands. He was in other bands, and we just decided, hey, let's start something. And yeah, he ran into this guy Ed, and they started talking about it. Like, let's do a hockey band. So we just kind of just fell together. It was like one of those things I think people probably think about, but they don't ever pursue it, or they just talk about it. So we actually went ahead and started doing it. So it's been pretty fun. So
yeah, why not? We've been playing songs about like whatever the fuck for like decades now in our other bands. Why not play about hockey? Like, yeah, come on.
All right, so I gotta ask, who's your team?
Flyers.
I like the Penguins.
Okay.
The other guy one of the other guys likes the Penguins, and
Another guy likes the Bruins.
yeah, so we have posters everywhere of different teams in the corner of our practice space here. So
Now, are you guys the type of guys that like literally sit there and watch hockey like every game?
I won't watch every game, but I mean, I'll watch every game that my favorite team is playing.
Okay.
So they do what they did, what was it, 2 days ago, and shit the bed in the first 30 seconds, and we're down by 3 goals. Yeah, I turned that shit off and waited until I got a notification on the app saying that they caught me stuff. I'm like, all right, back to the game. I was like, fuck this, dude. I don't need this bullshit.
Okay. So how is it working with people who have other like taste? Like you guys are all into the hockey scene and everything. Well, you got a Bruins fan, you got a Flyers fan, you got Penguins fan, and how do you guys go about writing your songs?
well, usually I think one of us will come up with an idea, and we kind of bounce it off each other, and then we'll bring it to practice, and then usually they'll come up with some ideas, and then I try to put everything together, arrange it, and we just work together. And it's, Jeremy comes over a lot of times and hangs out, and we'll bounce ideas off of each other and stuff and jam, and then we practice once a week, so we'll get together and try to put them to paper. It's sometimes difficult, they don't like me when I start pushing the buttons a little bit, but I think that's what you got to do sometimes to make the stuff better. But all good.
So I've been in a band before, quite a few bands actually, and there's always the dad. Which one of you guys are the dad?
I'm the dad. Yeah.
I'm assuming
It's the gray hair.
the captain. Okay. Yeah, I've noticed a lot doing my last few episodes. There's always a dad. There's always a dad.
There has to be. Yeah.
Yep, somebody has to be in charge, or not in charge, but has to get everybody to go in the right direction. So when you guys write your lyrics, is it a collaborative thing? Do you guys all write lyrics, or is it just the vocalist that's their job?
No, I think actually all of us have written some parts of the songs at least, and then we kind of we'll put them together and maybe give different ideas. But it's all been really collaborative, I think.
Yeah,
for the most part. We'll give the idea to the vocalist, and he'll
tweak things if he doesn't like them.
So
now, how often is it that he doesn't like the lyrics that you guys write?
Oh, every day. No,
he's mostly pretty agreeable about it. If someone's like, "Hey, we got these lyrics that fit this new song," like that's less work that he has to do. He's not going to be a dick about it.
Right.
Very true. Very true. So you guys started, you said 2018?
Yeah, in the summer of 18 is when we started getting together here.
So what did you guys end up doing? What were you guys doing before that?
You want to go ahead?
I was playing in another band called Biff from the more like Southern PA, Baltimore, Maryland areas. And we were just playing like straight up punk, like new school skate punk type shit. But I grew up seeing this guy's band play all the time whenever I was a kid. So, as soon as I got hit up by our other guitarist, Jeremy, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to play with me and Andy?" I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So, because other than that, I still have my other band. It's just when we're not active, we are. So, we just kind of trade off, and that and work.
That W word. How about you?
Yeah, I've been playing since I was 14, so it's 30 years of doing hardcore, punk rock, metal. Been in a lot of bands, and I just had taken a break for a while because I think you've been in a band, so you know how you keep driving for something, and then after a couple of years, maybe something doesn't pan out, or you just move on to the next thing. I was kind of in that rut where I was like, why do I continue to do this, and is it worth it? And I just didn't find the right people to play with. And then this kind of came together, and we just been having a lot of fun with it. A lot of times in bands, if you're the dad and trying to keep things together, it sometimes isn't fun. when you're trying to write stuff. But this has been probably the most fun I've had in a band in a long time. So.
Yeah, definitely have had that situation. I ended up leaving the scene for about 8 years. I walked away and said I was never coming back. After my last band that I was in, we broke up over 2 years ago, and I kind of have that same feeling. And I get a couple people here and there that's try to reach out to me and say, "Hey, what are you interested?" No, I'm not interested. I don't want to do anything right now. I'm not doing anything. Musically, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing my podcast and talking to musicians about their music.
Yep.
Because I've always been fascinated with reaching out to other bands and finding other musicians and also other bands. So enough about me. Nobody gives a fuck what I have to say.
I do.
No, we can talk off script if you want.
Okay, cool.
Later. Nobody really listens to the podcast for me. They listen to for the bands. Okay, so you're the elder of the band.
Yeah, one of them. Fierce is actually he's the oldest, probably by
The other guitarist, yeah.
two or three.
Okay. So how did you get what made you guys come up with the name Light the Lamp? Obviously, I know now that Light the Lamp is a hockey reference. Is that the case? Is it just because it's a hockey reference?
Yeah, I think we had a couple different ideas, and one of us said that, and it was like, "Oh, that's cool." Yeah, and it just kind of stuck, so that's what we like.
Yeah, when it's when you hear the right name for a song or a band or your kid or whatever, and you just know.
I don't know anything about kids.
Well, I'll spend you mine.
So what were some other names that you guys had jumbling around?
Do you remember?
Not really.
Fuck.
We always joked around about league leaders, like
League leaders?
like lead the league. It was like kind of the same acronym, but yeah, I don't even remember what else we had.
Me neither.
It's been 3 years, and that's like a long time for.
Yep, definitely. So what are some of your what bands did you guys grow up on?
I grew up listening to, I had an older brother. He was into metal and punk rock, so I listened to Iron Maiden, Metallica, Sex Pistols, Misfits, Bad Religion, those type of bands. Megadeth, yeah. So more of the metal stuff, but I liked punk, and that's kind of, I think we got like a hybrid going on with our influences, definitely. And then I got into the hardcore scene more into like the mid '90s, like Gnostic Front, Madball, Sick of It All.
I actually just had
stuff, and so
I actually just had Craig Silverman from Agnostic Front on a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, great guy.
Awesome.
It was fucking awesome to sit down and talk to him.
Yeah, probably the show I ever went to was I saw them with one of my friends in '96 at the Super Bowl of Hardcore. They just came back. It was like the second night. They played in New York, and then they played DC, and we went to the DC show. And it was fucking incredible, man. It was an experience that I'll never forget, just seeing like thousands of people going nuts to Agnostic Front, Warzone. I mean, there's so many Hatebreed, there's so many good bands. It was awesome.
I grew up on Metallica and Korn and stuff like that.
Right.
And then around like 1999 and 2000, I went to school with this guy, and he became my best friend. And I used to go over his house all the time. And his dad started getting me into bands like Hatebreed, Madball, The Business, Agnostic Front, and they ended up bringing me to a show down at the Wetlands in New York City.
Yep.
It was the first hardcore show I ever been to. I was sick as a dog, and I get there, and I see Vinny Stigma, and my buddy's dad's like, "Hey, go over there and ask Vinny Stigma if you can buy him a beer." So I walk up to Stigma, ask him if I could buy him a beer. He's like, "Nah, kid, not right now." I had no idea what I was in for. Never been to a hardcore show before. Agnostic Front starts playing. I saw the security guy, the guy who's supposed to keep people off the stage. He was running on top of people.
Yep.
In the crowd. I was like, what the fuck did I just get myself into? It was back in August of 2001. It was right before the 9/11 attack.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Yeah, so and I think it was one of the last shows that they had at the Woodlands. It was Agnostic Front, and the only other band I remember is The Business.
Great bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was exposed to it pretty early, like 14 or 15. So it's kind of just, but I would take people that weren't into the scene to shows, and they would be like, "What the fuck? What the hell are you?" It's just like a fight going on all the time. It's like, yeah.
Yep.
Fuck, yeah.
The first time I started seeing kids dancing, I was like, well, what the fuck is this? I don't want to be fucking Danielson. I don't want to be roundhouse kicked. That was like one of the biggest things I was concerned about. Now, how about your influences growing up? Ed, right?
Yep. I mean, I started out like listening to like Nirvana and The Offspring in the early 90s whenever I was in like middle school. And then turned into, Pennywise and Bad Religion and Guttermouth, and got a little bit of hardcore in there with Blood for Blood. Them and some Hatebreed I really liked, and I fucking love Sick of It All.
There's another great band.
But I didn't start listening to metal until I think I was closer to 20. I think I was 19 when I got my first Slayer CD, and I got Seasons in the Abyss because I was just like, I knew War Ensemble because Bigwig covered it on Punk Goes Metal. So I was like, oh, okay, I already know this song. I got it and fucking fell in love. But I mean, up until that point, it was like the only other metal I'd ever listened to was Danzig because I love the Misfits. I love everything Danzig does. He did make a really bad movie with the last one, but the next one looks good. So I'm going to stop before I say something stupid.
You can say whatever you want, bro. There is no need to keep yourself keep the words to yourself. Another band, Blood for Blood. Craig was in that band as well, and that's how I ended up meeting him. Great band. I've always loved the song that got me into them was So Common, So Cheap.
Oh, yeah.
I listen to the Green Days. I listen to Nirvanas and stuff like that as well. I'm more into myself. I like punk. I have a Misfits tattoo. I fucking love the Misfits, everything Misfits. But I'm more into, I like death metal too. So get into all that stuff. So your inspirations, we actually, not too surprising actually. You were more on the a poppy type side though, with the what band did you say that I was literally like, wow, really?
Offspring?
No, not Offspring. Well, Offspring's kind of not too poppy. I mean, they are, but they're not. And Nirvana's not. But maybe I'm just being stupid. That could be it. So with the past year, I've been trying to keep away talking too much about the whole situation that's been going on in the past year. But with the pandemic and everything, how has that affected you guys as a band? Are you guys still practicing with everybody weekly? Is that affecting that at all?
I think other than not being able to play shows, I think it's actually made us more fucking productive.
Yeah, I think with the playing the shows, we had to kind of practice our set list a lot, and with having to do that, we've been able to focus on. So we've written like
3 or 4 new songs.
3 or 4 new songs already this year, and usually, I think it took us a year or so to write 5 songs. So
yeah,
and then we did some covers. But yeah, so I think it's definitely made us more productive. We played a couple outdoor shows in August and November. I think one in October maybe.
Yeah.
But we haven't played out since November. Yeah, so it's been a little while.
Shit.
We were doing some outdoor stuff in the late summer, fall there. But
I mean, during this pandemic, we did several quarantine videos that we put up on our YouTube. We just recorded our own new 3-song EP. Actually, we're releasing it as singles.
Yeah.
But Yeah, and we're already like 4 new songs into the new year. So, I mean, when you don't have to balance practice and shows, you get to be more productive. So once shows open back up, we'll be fucking ready to hit the ground running.
So do you think that it's going to be the same as it was before once you were able to play shows? Or you get like bars and things like that, or?
I don't know. I mean, I can't just see them saying like, okay, all masks are off. You can be right up because I'm coming from a hardcore and punk scene where it's we used to crowd into a little room called Proteges and have hundreds of people in there, and you're like this up against everybody. I don't know how they're going to do it, but we'll see.
I feel like it'll be gradual. Like we'll eventually get there, but it's not going to happen like right away. Right whenever they decide to let us start doing shows, it's not going to be, full capacity, everyone jam packed like fucking sardines. It's definitely going to take a while to get back to where we were, if it's even possible.
Have some of the clubs that you guys have played, are they still open or?
We've had a couple places
Chameleon
closed.
closed.
Yeah, Chameleon, we played at before they closed. Love Drafts is still open. I guess they're going to probably start having some stuff soon. So we'll have to see, But there are a couple places did close, but a couple new ones are opening up. So you never know how it's really going to pan out, I guess. But
all right. So one question I forgot to ask kind of at the beginning is you guys are from Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Whereabouts?
Harrisburg?
Yeah. Like
I live in
Carlisle,
Harrisburg. Yeah.
Harry County. It's
Harrisburg area, I guess.
yeah.
Okay. And so you don't have to deal with the New Jersey assholes?
No,
Not I.
There's Harrisburg assholes too.
Oh,
we
yeah.
are on our. They're
there's-
everywhere.
We're not low on the assholes. We got plenty of them. Some of them are sitting right here.
I'm known as a kinetic cunt, so
Connect I cunt.
kinetic cunt. Yes.
Wow.
Yay. You haven't heard that before?
Nah, that's pretty cool. I like it.
You ever heard of a masshole?
Yes.
Everybody's heard of a masshole.
Yep.
I'm like 15, 20 minutes away from the mass line, so I have to deal with massholes all the time. So what? Now I'm seeing are those actual jerseys that you guys have made?
Yeah.
For band merch. Now, what other type of things do you guys have, like besides your jerseys?
We actually
And go ahead and plug it. Don't feel ashamed.
yeah, if you want to, it's at teespring.com/store/light-the-lamp. That is our merch store we just set up a little bit ago. We have some jerseys.
One more time. What was that?
teespring.com/store/light-the-lamp.
Teespring.com.
And it's T as in a T-shirt with the 2 E's.
Oh, see, I almost put P spring.
Oh.
Teespring is in P.
Just T.
Yeah.
There we go. Put it up there for everybody. And you can find the Light the Lamp jerseys. What other merch do you have up there?
Got all kinds of shirts and hoodies. Shit, we got some cell phone cases on there. Stickers. Like, there's all kinds of shit that you can get made on there. Like, they've got a lot of stuff. Although the jerseys, though, aren't on the store because we have to place that order ourselves. We get them made through someone else.
Yeah, so what we did was we got a bunch of our friends. I think we did like 20 or 30. We actually had everybody got their individual number and then whatever the name they wanted on the back, and we made all those custom. So we have a guy, Wilson, that does it. So, and
Have a guy that makes your jerseys nice.
We're actually in the process of making away jerseys too, and working on a third jersey design.
Now, how did you guys come up with your logo?
Did Foos draw
I
that?
think Foos drew this just on a sketch pad, and then it's just the lamp lighting up and the Old English lettering. We did have another logo that was kind of reminiscent of something else.
Yeah.
NHL. And Yeah, well, I think we're working on another one. And Mark did one with the Keystone.
Oh, yeah, it says you've got a fight in
Kind of
Pennsylvania.
looks like, looks like 80s style logo, kind of.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Oh, the one that he's got in the background
Yeah,
there. Yeah. Okay, I was thinking we've got these really cool stickers that look like old school PA blue and yellow license plates, but instead of saying you've got a friend in Pennsylvania, it says you've got a fight in Pennsylvania.
I like that.
Yeah, they're really cool.
And I just actually tried pulling up teespring.com store Light the Lamp, and then it came up with an error. So we'll try and figure that out before we go. So you said that you guys just got done recording yourself. Now, everything that you have recorded, has that been done? Like, you guys have recorded it yourselves? Have you gone into a studio, or do you do it in your jam space?
We did our first 5 songs on the Tilly Time EP. All those were done in a studio, in a friend's studio. It's just the 3 new songs that we're releasing one at a time are the ones that we did ourselves, or rather our singer recorded us. So
Yeah, we did them in this room.
yeah.
And Don, our vocalist, he actually was the one that engineered everything and mixed it.
And you can actually find the Tilly Time on Bandcamp.
Yep, it's on
Spotify.
Bandcamp, Spotify, iTunes,
Google.
It's on all those major platforms that everybody else is on.
Yep, and so is the For the Win single, which is the first one that we did ourselves. That's on there. Actually, you're talking about Blood for Blood. I sent White Trash Rob on Twitter a link to the newest song, and he retweeted it and was like, "This shit's fucking awesome. Y'all got to listen to this."
You know, I didn't even know that he was on Twitter. That's pretty funny. I was talking to Craig about it, and he's like, "Yeah, he's up in like New Hampshire, and he's just like he doesn't respond to anybody." So that's pretty cool that White Trash Rob's fucking retweeting shit.
Hell yeah,
for you guys. And you heard his other band. I'm gonna go ahead.
Ramallah.
Yep, you said it right. I was gonna say it wrong.
They're so good. I love it, man.
I had Craig like tell me like 10 times it's not Ramallah.
Ramadan.
Actually, they played up near us like years ago.
I was there. It was like that was what 2000.
It was probably right around the time you guys did the
2008,
reunion, wasn't it?
2009, maybe
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, it was years ago.
Yeah, I've never actually had the chance to see them. I've also seen Blood for Blood at the New England Hardcore Metal Fest, and Rob wasn't there. It just wasn't the same. It was the one and only time, and then right after that, they broke up.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, unfortunately. So we got your merch stuff. We got to figure that out before we go. As a matter of fact, because for some reason it wouldn't come up on my end. Maybe I was doing something wrong. You said your vocalist was the one that came up with your logo. Do you guys have anything planned for 2021? You said you had a couple singles coming out. Do you have anything else that's going to be planned?
We've got the second of the 3 singles coming out on the 11th. It's going to debut on our friend's podcast, which is all about the show Letterkenny.
It's about the show what?
You ever seen the show Letterkenny?
No, I can't say as I have.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. And it's all about like Canadian hicks and hockey players and shit. It's funny as fuck. So this podcast about Letterkenny, they've been talking to us for a while now, and we love them. So they're gonna play it on the 11th, and then we've got one more single dropping a month later, and then I guess we'll just see what happens by then. Hopefully, it'll be warm enough that we can maybe do some outdoor shows or something.
Yeah.
Come on, man! You guys like hockey? You can play outside.
Yeah.
I'll play in the cold, but people just won't have shows in the cold. I'll go out and I'll fucking sit there and play drums in the cold for goddamn hours.
And so, so with your instruments, me as a musician myself, I have a specific type of a brand that I have to have or I prefer to play. Me, I stick with ESPs, LTDs, and I would assume with the head nod, you kind of have the same feeling. What brands do you guys use? And also, while we're talking about that and your instrument, let us know what are you tuned to?
Okay, so so LTDs, I have two of them. I have two EC1000s. That's usually my main guitar. I have a green one and a gray one. And I would have brought it out. I should have brought it out and showed you. I have the emerald green one with the Seymour.
I saw that picture of your Eclipse, and I was just like, boing, boing, boing.
Yeah. I have those two. I also have a PRS I've been playing right now, like an SE. I put those new, oh my God, what are the pickups? Drawing a blank. The Fishman, modern Fluence, and it fucking sounds awesome. I love it. We tuned to E flat, just standard.
That's a kid's tune.
F step down, so that's it. Did we lose you?
Those.
You cut out for a minute.
You hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yep. Yeah, now we can.
All right. Those Fishman pickups, are those Kintsusi?
No, he has them in his guitars. Unearth is like one of my favorite bands too. They're great. I've seen them a lot of times, but yeah, he has those in his and has been pushing them. So
like really, really pushing those. A lot of people through my Facebook who put them in there. How do you like those?
Oh, I love them. They sound amazing. We played one of the outdoor shows. Yeah, they do. They drain the battery a little bit more than EMGs. I noticed. I do have to change them. The battery's out maybe like 3 months instead of 6 months. But yeah, they're great. Love them.
And what about you? What is your preferred drum set?
I play SJC custom drums.
Okay.
I do have one Tama drum, which was the first brand I ever started on, but that's just a little effects snare that I just got. It's super fucking cool. But other than that, yeah, SJCs. Been playing those for probably about 13 years now. I like my drums birch. I don't care for maple, so I think birch is better. Sounds better. Toms are brighter, and everything has better sound overall. Cymbals, I used to play Zildjian A Customs exclusively, and then I saw Meinl put out these dark custom classics. They're like black and gold cymbals, and they look so fucking cool. So now I'm playing those.
My old drummer plays Meinl, and I've always been like interested in those because of the fact that they look expensive. I know they're expensive, but they also look expensive.
Yeah, they got some really fancy looking shit. It's pretty cool. They got good stuff. I'm liking what I've been playing so far.
So after watching your video, Bring Back the Whale, I got a couple questions here. For you, was that you who was sitting on the shitter?
Yep. That was Mitch.
So I thought it was because the drumstick thing, but I saw like long hair and everything. So, or what looked like long hair. So what inspired you guys on that video? Like, starting in a barn and the John Deere stuff at the beginning.
Well, that was our first quarantine video. So we all just decided, okay, let's just all play along to the song at home individually and record ourselves, and then just get all the videos to our bassist Mark, who does all kinds of video editing shit, like for a living. So, and then he just put them all together. So the barn was all Foose. That was all our other guitarists that
Yeah, he restores tractors, and so they were. He was actually in his barn with his tractors. So yeah, he was just at home.
So it was just you guys were all separate and
We saw at home. Yeah.
that's a lot of bands have actually been doing like quarantine videos similar to that, and it actually worked out. I liked it. It was pretty cool. The fact that it started off with "Hey Google, play Bring Back the Whale." All right, So obviously, or Amazon or Alexa or whatever it was. I don't remember what it was, but still, it was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. Now, my question is: so, which one of you guys are the ones that I've been talking to through Twitter?
That'd be me.
Right. So, are you guys actually like? Did you like the Whalers, or is it just the history of the Whalers?
I think it was more the history.
Yeah.
Obviously we're from Pennsylvania, so we like the
Penguins and
Flyers. Some of the New York teams maybe. Not that we dislike. I don't really dislike any. I just love all hockey. So like, I'm not going to badmouth another team, except maybe I'll mess with this guy occasionally if our teams are playing.
They're playing at 1:00 today.
Yeah,
that's going to be great.
We gotta wrap this up.
No, that's fine. I'm trying to keep it at 45 minutes, anyways. But so
we just like the history, I think, and it's kind of a cool story.
They're gone.
Yeah,
and we got another team in place of them that. Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It's just like the Whalers
That sucks.
old classic teams, and we just miss the old classics. Fuck, I missed the Nordiques, and I didn't give two shits about them when they were around.
Yeah.
Bring them back.
What are your thoughts? So I have a friend of mine who's part of the Bring Back the Whales. He has like I think he does every year. It's like a Hartford Whalers parade or something like that. They want to bring back they really want to bring back the Whalers. What are your thoughts? Seeming as though you guys are actual hockey fans, what are your thoughts on that whole thing? Like people trying to bring back the Whalers.
That's all.
Yeah, fuck it, do it. That's
great.
Cool. I don't see it happening. They're definitely up there, and I forgot what it was. Except I don't really follow hockey, but their merch is like up in the top 5, right? For hockey.
Oh, it's got to be.
Because everywhere you go, you see something with Whalers hat, jerseys, it's still all over the place. So, guys, we're going to end up actually ending the episode. Before we do, I'm going to play your song, Bring Back the Whale. Like I said, I have a little surprise at the beginning of it for you guys. After that, I will bring you guys back in, and I'll end the show, but we'll be back to talk. Okay, so don't go anywhere.
All right, cool.
Do you guys have anything that you want to plug? Again, your where to find your stuff, your merch, your songs.
Just the merch and the we have the Bandcamp as well. I guess we can send you the links if it's not working. You can post.
Well, if you want to just say it over here, over the air, that's cool.
Yeah, it's lightthelamp.bandcamp.com and the teespring.com/store/lightthelamp. I don't know if it's case. I don't think it's case sensitive, but.
And then our Twitter is just Light the Lamp PA. And I think Instagram and Facebook are both Light the Lamp Band.
All right, everybody, you've heard it here. You can find them on Twitter. You can also find them on YouTube. That's where I ended up actually running into them. You search for Light the Lamp. Is it Light the Lamp or Light the Lamp Band?
If you search Light the Lamp Band, you'll definitely get it. Otherwise, you might get some Muppet Christmas Carol clips.
I actually saw that.
Yeah, Light the Lamp Rat. Yeah.
I did see that. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode. Everybody else, please make sure to check out Light the Lamp. They are on Twitter, Instagram. You're also on Facebook.
Yep.
And YouTube. That was kind of a question / comment. So right now we're going to listen to Bring Back the Whale.
All right, now we're getting started. Take a look around first. Oh, yeah, some John Deere beauties. All right. Yeah. You don't care about any of that. You want the tunes, so let's get to it.
Hey Google, play Bring Back the Whale.
Bring Back the Whale by Light the Lamp, sure. Playing on Spotify.
My body lies over the ocean. My body lies over the sea. My heart's one true desire is bring back the whalers to me.
Back in 1972, the whalers were born. They moved to Hartford in 1974. 1997, Hartford lost his whale. It was Hello Charlotte and Bye Bye Tail. Bring back the whalers to us. Bring back the whalers to us. Whalers wanted a new barn to stay and play, but those plans were swept away by hurricane. No more Brass Bonanza or Bucky the Whale. Not in Hartford, that ship has sailed. Bring back the whalers to us. Bring back the whalers to us. Bucky is the good old whale, his color's always true. Even Mr. Hockey wore the green and blue. Hockey fans throughout the land remember days gone by. More than just a memory. Bring back the whale. Bring back the tail. Never say die.
Somewhere in the ocean, Bucky sadly swims. Grounding green, forever blue. A home lost to him. One day, Bucky was swimming in the Atlantic Ocean and got swept up by a hurricane and tossed him into the Bermuda Triangle. And now Bucky swims in the icy black waters of the Twilight Zone.
Bring back